This is Jonathan Nagyoff here for Seconds Out. We're here at York Hall tonight and I'm joined by Carl Frampton. How are you doing, Carl?
I'm doing okay, not bad.
How's your hand? Obviously you sustained a hand injury, we'll get onto that, but how is the hand?
It feels like it's getting better every day. Still not 100%. I've got, an appointment with a specialist again on Wednesday for another x-ray, and by that time I think it's going to be completely, healed, like the crack has fixed itself, but hopefully start punching probably next week again.
Obviously, going back to August, hugely disappointing. Obviously, you were out there in America, fight week. Just tell us about what happened and how gutting it was, really.
I was just sitting down. I was waiting to go and do an interview for Top Rank, and someone's come down the stair. I'm sitting on the other side of a curtain, and they've banged into a massive pillar coming down the stairs, trying to go through the curtain that I'm sitting on the other side of. Their bag has hit the massive pillar, whatever it was. It's just fallen, hit me in the hand, and broke my hand.
I mean,
it's an absolute disaster. 5 days out from a fight, all the hard work was done, all the training was done, and yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, gutting for you, obviously, but it's all about the rebuild now. Are you hoping to get out before the end of the year? Is that the plan?
It looks like I'll get out before the end of the year. There's a few dates that have been mentioned, but I think the main concern was just my hand and how soon I was going to be able to punch, but everything seems to be going the right way. I still wouldn't feel that confident about hitting anything too hard with it yet, but give it another week or 10 days or so, and I think I'll be right back in full flow.
And obviously you were going to fight in America. Is that still the plan, to go back? Obviously you got that deal with Top Rank. Are you going to go straight back into the same fight, or are you looking at, I know you were speaking before about fighting Oscar Valdez. Is that still something you want to go straight back into, or what?
Big names. There's been a few decent fights mentioned, no gimmies. Like the last opponent was kind of a certain level. He wasn't a bad fighter, not one of the top guys in the division, but I feel like I'm ready to take a big step up and jump in with whoever. I just want to be involved in big fights, and fights that excite me and excite the boxing public and the boxing fans. So I think the next one should be a good one after that. Hopefully a fight for a world title.
And the IBF champion, obviously you've been in with Josh Warrington back in action in October. Do you expect him to come through that? You've been in the ring with him. What are you expecting from Josh?
Yeah, I think he will come through the fight. The French fella he's fighting isn't a bad fighter. I remember him from the amateurs. He's because people don't really know who he is, they just assume that he's not a good fighter. But he's a good fighter. He's had a good, in the amateurs, I remember him, he had like a bit of a pro style already. So he's been around a bit and he can certainly fight. But Josh is very good. He gets underestimated by a lot of people. He's a good fighter, hell of a fighter, fit, always in great shape, physically very strong, tough, and hits a lot harder than his record suggests, which was, my downfall really in that fight. Was I didn't believe he could hurt me, and he hurt me in the first round, and he hurt me in the second round, and he hurt me in the third round. So yeah, he'll come through that, and hopefully he can get some more big fights then.
I mean, in that fight, just going back to that, you did have your moments in that fight. Is that a fight, I mean, the first fight was excellent. Is that a fight you are looking at in the near future? Maybe?
Yeah, look, it's a fight that I feel like I could kind of, with changes and adjustments, I feel like I could win that fight, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Joe. He won the fight by a mile, and I got it wrong tonight, and my issue was I underestimated his punching power, but obviously going into another fight with him, if it comes off, I wouldn't be doing that. So I would need to change. I need to use my feet a bit more, and I think I could do that. But look, he's a champion now, and I've had a disastrous year really, so I need to get myself back into a position to be, even before I start talking about fighting guys like Josh.
And last one, obviously we're here at York Hall tonight. In a few hours' time in Las Vegas, your promotional stablemate, I think it's fair to say, Tyson Fury, up against Otto Wallin. What are you expecting from Tyson tonight?
To be honest, I don't know a lot about Otto Wallin, but Fury, he's in good shape. He seems to be getting, as each fight progresses, he's looking slightly better. I think for this fight, it's the best he's ever looked. I'm expecting him to look even better again for the next fight, but without even knowing really too much about Otto Wallin, I think that Fury will do the business, and hopefully he gets a fight with one of the big boys again. And the Wilder fight looks like it's going to happen next. And I hope, he won the first fight in everyone's eyes really. So I hope hope he gets a wee bit of redemption.
Well, Carl, we wish you all the best in your recovery, and we look forward to seeing you back in the ring soon.